Lame duck President Biden was relegated to the back corner of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Conference's annual family photo in Peru, as Chinese President Xi Jinping was honored with a front-and-center position next to the host country's President Dina Boluarte. The petty humiliation of America's leader came ahead of his Saturday afternoon meeting with Xi, who has been feted with relative pomp throughout the APEC event in Lima as thanks for his country's financing of a large new port on Peru's coast. Biden, 81, whose increasing irrelevance domestically and on the world stage has earned him the moniker of Super Lame Duck, arrived last to the family photo before taking his pre-decided position between the fellow back-row leaders of Thailand and Vietnam. The order of world leaders was alphabetical by country, though a review of past APEC family photos shows national positions aren't fixed, with then-President Donald Trump taking a center spot in a pair of family photos in 2017 for the APEC summit in Vietnam, the only such gathering he attended. The president-elect, who is expected to readopt his forceful America First posture, was known during his term of office not to take even symbolic snubs, in one instance pushing his way to the front of a world leaders' scrum before the press to ensure his and America's spot in the fore. Biden's trip has featured several small humiliations so far, including a grandiose welcome for Xi and a noticeably lighter official greeting for the commander-in-chief when Air Force One arrived in South America Thursday for the 21-nation summit of the Pacific Rim countries. The outgoing U.S. leader, who traveled with his daughter Ashley and granddaughter Natalie, will head to Brazil on Sunday for an aerial tour of the Amazon rainforest before participating in the G20 summit in Rio de Janeiro. Before leaving Peru, Biden will meet with Xi at the Chinese leader's hotel for the third and final time of his presidency. When asked by reporters why the summit was not taking place at Biden's accommodations, a White House official said hosting such meetings are essentially a rotation. Last year, the U.S. hosted China at the Woodside Summit. Whoever is hosting chooses the location, they added. U.S. officials say that Biden is expected to tout their work to responsibly manage U.S.-China relations and to hail a decline in fentanyl overdose deaths after she agreed at a meeting last year to restrict exports of the potent synthetic opioid. An estimated 223,000 Americans died from the mostly China-sourced drug in Biden's first 3 years in office, and Republicans blasted him for not doing more earlier to halt the flow. Trump, 78, has threatened to renew his tariff-driven trade war with China, which during his first term was waged in an attempt to broker a new economic pact that would benefit American companies. The Republican president-elect also has called for a global reparations conference on COVID-19 in which the Chinese government could be given a bill into the trillions for its role in the origins of the pandemic that killed more than 1 million Americans. Trump last year floated forcing China to pay $50 trillion in reparations for the virus, which parts of the U.S. government, including the FBI, believe originated with a leak at a lab in Wuhan. Biden's presidency featured Republican accusations that he was too soft on China due to millions of dollars paid to his brother James Biden and son Hunter Biden during and immediately after his 8-year vice presidency. Those payments were the subject of an impeachment inquiry that concluded that Biden misused his prior position to enrich his family, though the House abandoned the probe and did not vote on articles of impeachment after Biden ended his re-election bid in July. A 2017 email recovered from Hunter Biden's abandoned laptop penciled in a 10% cut for the big guy in a proposed joint venture between Biden family associates and a Chinese government-linked energy company.